Can we share, please? Let's share so that we have more viewers before we start our discourse. Thank you for those who are joining us, and thank you for joining us this afternoon. We have just one issue and a very, very short statement to issue concerning one very, very important thing that is affecting our nation. Our job is to help government of the day, warn them where they are going wrong, to make sure that this country is well governed. So we'll soon be going into the issues that we are going to discuss today. Obviously, we want to build a reasonable audience. And once we build a reasonable audience, then we are good to go. So please share to as many people as possible. Send the message that Imbwiri is online. Send the message that Imbwiri is online. Share to as many people as possible. Our message is meant for the good of this country. Our message is meant to be taken to as many people as possible. If we don't provide checks and balances, the government will not perform. Ours is a criticism, positive criticism. And are we good to go? Thank you very much, countrymen and women, and those who are watching us from outside the borders of Zambia. Like I've said, our job is to provide checks and balances and also give advice to the government of the day so that they provide a good service to the people of Zambia. We are aware that some people are paid to insult us, ridicule us when we come online, but we don't care. I've said it and I want to say it again, that insele nokutu chita ridicule mafuta twakula suba pofi. But I think the Bible is very clear that if you see your brother falling in a ditch and you don't advise him, the blood of that brother will be on you. So for those who want to insult when we offer checks and balances, we welcome you. You are our brothers. But at least deep down the bottom of your hearts, you know that what we say is for the good of this country. Countrymen and women, ukuteke chalo, tekwa angalayo. It's a very serious business. The past 3 days I've been very worried about what the current government has been doing in this country regarding the issue of minimum. You see, when people are suffering, we don't need to ridicule them. And more especially when ridicule comes from government. When you fail to govern or you fail to resolve an issue, excuse me, the best you can do is to call for others to advise you. Countrymen and women, my friends and colleagues in the UPND, abantu balechula. This issue of minimum, we should not gloss over it. This issue of minimum, we should not gloss over it. It is a very serious issue. Most of the people in this country, if you don't know, I may say that 80% of the people in this country who work get just slightly above 1,000 kwacha. Guards, maids, who form part of the majority of the people, earn only about 1,500 to the most. Those who work in the shops like ShopRite, Pick and Pay, those who work in the common shops owned by Zambians, to the most is 3,000, 3,500, if they are lucky. So the majority of the people earn just about 2,000 kwacha. And a family of about 7 people consume, on an average, 3 bags of 25 kg of mini meal. Now, if you are selling your mini meal, ZNS mini meal at 230 kwacha, it means about 750 kwacha of that salary of a guard, that salary of a maid, that salary of a shopkeeper, that salary of a classified daily employee or a workman at a primary school, a workman at a secondary school, a workman at a minister's house. Out of the 1,500, 750 goes towards 3 bags of mini meal that they should consume in a month. And for every reasonable government to say that we are selling ZNS mini meal at 330, which is cheap, is an insult, to say the least. A person who's earning 1.5 spends half of it only on mini meal without buying cooking oil, without buying relish, is an insult for the government to start celebrating that we are selling ZNS, Zambia National Service mini meal at 230. 230 by 3 bags, which is consumed on an average, is 700 and something thousand. Really? Or let's put it at 700,000 kwacha. They remain only with 800,000 kwacha. They have to buy uniforms for their children. They have to give their children transport to go to school. They have to buy relish. They have to buy cooking oil. They have to buy sugar. And they also have to buy clothes for their children. When this government increased the price of maize from 180 kwacha for a 50 kg bag of maize to 280, I was the first person to condemn that action. Because I said, and I want to repeat, that look, government did not need to increase the price of maize to 280 without looking at the cost of production. Because reasonableness entails that you cannot solve a problem by creating another problem. I said when you increase the price of maize from 180 to 280, an increase of 100,000, it simply means that the price of mini meal will go down, will go up twofold. And I was ridiculed, insulted by the praise singers, that no government needed to look after the farmers. My reasoning as Chishimbaka Mbwidi was that, look, when you increase the price of maize, you are going to increase the price of mini meal. And I said the price of mini meal will be over 300 kwacha. And that was the minimum. But today I'm vindicated because the price of mini meal goes even up to 350. Now this government, Mukwangala Nokubuta, and because this is a government of liars, for the liars, by the liars, they say that no, we are going to be selling ZNS maize at 230 kwacha per 25 kg of breakfast and 190 kwacha per 25 kg of roller meal using ShopRite. First and foremost, ZNS do not have enough maize to sustain this program. ZNS, through food reserve agents, does not have enough maize to sustain this program. And because they do not have enough maize to sustain this program, it's an insult to the people of Zambia, to say the least. First and foremost, ZNS is only got 3 milling plants. To satisfy the demand only locally, currently we have over 180 milling companies in this country, plus or minus 180. And these are the milling companies that sustain the demand of the Zambian people. Now, if you are going to take ZNS, which has only 3 milling companies, if not 4, out of 180 milling companies, it is a joke to say that they will satisfy the demand. The maize that ZNS is using is FRA maize, which is subsidized maize. Government cannot manage to supply all the milling companies with FRA maize, because it would mean that we will not have strategic reserve in terms of maize by ZRI, by FRA. In any case, FRA, under normal circumstances, are only supposed to buy 500,000 metric tons of maize to keep strategic maize reserve. But when PF came into government, we saw that in order to try and mitigate the high cost of milling meal and the shortages, we increased to start buying over 1 million metric tons, over 1,000 metric tons of maize. When UPND came into government, they said we are not going to buy more than 500,000 metric tons because the mandate of Zambia Food Reserve Agency is only 500. Now you are saying you are going to mitigate the price of milling meal by Zambia National Service getting maize from FRA. Yes. And yesterday, I was extremely shocked when I heard that some millers will be given FRA maize and they'll start selling the maize direct to the consumers without passing through the retailers. President was an economist. But I don't understand economics here. If you're each apply, you cannot solve a problem by creating